I'm logical. I'm very much. You said that. You listen.
Now we'll do that in front of their parents.
Listen to me. You said he installed assembly Kujina CCTV camera. He can see everything what you are doing.
Yes.
Then if I'm doing something wrong, he knows it. He can see it. Then why is not stopping it?
How? God will give you the wake up calls, but if you don't listen to him, then what can be done? There is a term called free will. So if you don't, rectify yourself, then what?
On the other hand, you are saying he is he is all powerful. He can do anything he wants.
When you are recovering from your difficult times by your own, and nobody is helping you, that recovery and someone is helping you to do that, because that person is holding a good position in the society. Both are different, because in future when you will commit or make the same mistake, you will
I'm no longer be present to make the mistakes again in my life. Please try to understand. I'm just putting the bee on my path. I'm no longer be present on this universe or on this planet to rectify myself. Then what about that?
Why will you not?
What?
Be present on this world and talk.
My gosh, be present.
No, when you're dying, that's illogical. Be present.
That's illogical. Can't you see? Can't you see? Yes. Please.
Alright, you have been trying to commit suicide, you protect.
Please.
Right. First, you claim that every religion is a scam right now. First, let me. It's my duty to say.
No, I'm not saying that every religion is a scam. What is going on in the name of religion? What is going on? People are fighting against each other. That is. I'm telling you. If you got the wrong understanding, nothing can be done. If you simply put.
Would you like to be together right now? Would you like to hear me out?
Yes, please.
Let me tell you. All right. First, he said that the biggest scam on this planet, that is the religion, right? A long time ago.
No, he's saying in the name of religion.
In the name, whatever it is.
No, it is not said. As far as English is concerned, these two sentences are not said.
I belong to the Hinduism. I follow the Hinduism, and it's my duty to tell you that years ago, thousands of years ago, we got some terms that is written in the Hanuman Chalisa, Yug Sahasra Yojana Parvanu, which means the distance between the earth and the sun. These are the Vedic terms, right? Who knew before NASA the distance between the earth and the sun? Right now, let me tell you one thing, that you are trying to commit suicide, or you don't want to be in the world. Right? Let me protect you for the time being. Say for example, you never selected your parents, did you? No, right? You selected your friends.
Yes, sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Yes.
Did you select your look?
Yes.
You look your eyes.
No, if I'm.
Let me know. Please. You want to say something?
Definitely.
Because you don't have the questions. What do you ask? Forget the questions. All right. You didn't choose your look, right? Because you are not as much as the picture of your Facebook. Not as ugly as the
beauty lies in the eyes of beholder, man. How can you say beauty lies in the eyes of beholder? No, you cannot. To me, I might not be good looking, but to someone else,
you are fantastic.
But to someone else, man.
You are a handsome hunk. You are as handsome as Hrithik Roshan. Listen to me. Now listen to me. Now we are good listener, right? Now we are good listener, right? Now it is said that we feel that future is pristine, right? But it's not. Say for example, right now, you're shouting, you're not listening to me well. I'm not trying to listen to you well as well. Right. Because your points are really getting on my nerves. But the fact is, how do you respond? That is your choice. That's called your karma. Now you're responding. There's a difference between a robot and a human being. If you feel that you are a robot, you are committing suicide and God will come and help you out, then why this damn free will? You are gifted, you are blessed with free will. Right? You don't need to look your laurels for it. You don't need to. Right? Now you are gifted with free will. Whatever you do, you are killing one of his favorite sons. If you try to commit suicide, you are killing one of his favorite sons. Now you have to suffer. Right? That's what karma. Because you are killing yourself.
How will I suffer? How will I suffer?
The next slide, you would understand.
My gosh, I can see my next slide.
You haven't seen the United States of America.
No.
Don't you believe?
I can see.
You haven't seen South Korea. Don't you believe it exists? You haven't seen NASA.
Please be logical.
You haven't seen your grandparents.
Please
You haven't seen your
grandparents. Please be logical.
That they were existed.
What I did in my previous life, I don't have any freaking knowledge. What I did in my previous life, so you cannot simply say.
Did you see your great grandparents?
Yes.
Did you see your great grandparents? You didn't see, right? How did you come here?
Yes. Someone talk about my previous
Exactly.
Yes,
You
but
are not
nobody
adding
talk about
anything.
what I did in my previous
You are
life.
not
What are the
adding
mistakes
anything.
I made in my previous
You are making
life?
mistakes.
Nobody.
You are making- nobody-
Why should I
you are
suffer
not
now?
making a point.
So far, my knowledge
No,
is
that
not.
Kritika mentioned.
Yes.
Kritika mentioned deja vu.
There's a,
Kritika, when
I-
you were speaking, keep.
Out of 100 people, sir.
Give this term because science doesn't have this explanation. Now listen, let's talk about grandparents. They were in existence somehow down the line.
Yes, yes,
right.
I'm-
Years ago, his
let me
grandparents were
explain.
alive.
Let me explain.
Now, how did he
My
come
father
without
has
his
seen-
grandparents?
my
Did you
father has seen
Exactly.
my-
Your father has told you, right? Your father.
Okay,
no,
please,
your father told you.
please, could you help? You are not letting. You are asking question and you are answering.
Yeah,
Also,
because
my
you,
boss.
you are not wise enough.
My gosh, you are deciding whether I am wise or not.
Suicide, I'm
How
trying to protect you.
how my
You have been trying to talk about suicide and also I'm trying to protect you. I'm
my
a
gosh,
protector, man.
let me. My father has seen my great grandfathers. Okay, he has talked about my great grandfather, but nobody on this planet has talked about what I did in my previous life. So how could I get to know?
That means you believe in the word of mouth of your father.
Yes.
So
Because I have seen the pictures as well. I have seen the pictures as well, which has been captured.
Okay,
Exactly.
you are-
Yes.
you are-
Now you're saying that
Yeah.
your parents have told you.
Yeah.
Right. Now, about your past life. So, for example, we knew very well that some days ago, a 6-month baby.
Not
was
only my
6 months-
parents. Okay, if only my parents told about, there are many people who told about these things.
That is the word of mouth.
Alexa,
Word of
Alexa,
mouth.
his point.
Okay.
Alright. Any more point?
Please, yeah.
Okay. So the fact is, we know very well that your parents told you that your great grandparents were looking very handsome and all stuff. Now the fact is, how do we know about our past life? You find that a 6-month baby girl got raped, suffered. With all due respect, I don't want to say that she loved that, and it was not very much cruel. Yeah, it was cruel indeed. But the karma, it is our teacher. It teaches us. You do not agree? I don't give a damn.
I do not give a damn also.
Yeah,
You talk
you
about
prove it.
karma. No, you prove it.
That's why you're suffering.
That's why God is not good. That's why God is not good. God is
good.
God is watching a baby girl
God
is
is good.
being
That's not the
molested
question.
by a criminal.
Depends
By a
on
human.
karma.
No.
Everything
After
depends
that
on
also he
karma.
remains silent.
Everything
How can you
depends
say
on
he's
reactions.
Jews? How can you say
Every
he's
action has an
good?
opposite
He's all
reaction.
powerful.
That's
He's
not
not.
no,
That's
it's
why
not
beg to
about-
differ.
it's not about-
That's why I'm
it's
not
not
in
about-
sync
it's
with
not about
what he
doing
has
that.
said. That's
God-
why
God-
I'm
God
not
has-
at par
I
with
do
what
believe-
the
I
subject
do
matter.
believe God has really strong, very
No,
weak
no.
vocabulary. If you say, God, my life is pathetic, God would say, yes, baby, your life is pathetic. If you feel, God, my life is fantastic, I've got a beautiful girl, I am rich, right? God would say, yes, yes, boy, you are rich, you have got a beautiful wife,
No,
you are
God,
rich.
God can be your yes man.
No,
Why
God-
do you expect
God-
God to be your yes man?
No, God says yes every time. Because if you feel, it's all about your imagination. It's all about the law of attraction. Whatever you feel is yes.
That means
No,
it's yourself.
yes. And I do believe that. You might have different points to talk. Right. But the fact is, God always tells you yes. Now, there are many people who wake up in the morning, they feel like I'm down in the dumps, I have nothing to do, I have no money. Right. But there are many people who have different views. They feel, look, it's an opportunity. Yes. After some years,
Okay,
there are millennials. There are
Alright,
millennials.
let me ask
You
you
are
some
talking
questions.
about the optimist.
Yeah, be optimistic.
Yeah, let me ask.
Okay, Chandra.
Simon, please.
Thank you.
Chandra, carry on.
Thank you. So you were asking, no, you were telling that everything depends in our present life. Everything depends on our karmic actions.
Right.
What is karma?
Karma is all about your actions.
As you cited an example that if a 6-month-old girl is being raped, then what is the action or what is the things she had done in her 6 months?
Not in this life.
Yeah, not in
No,
her
no,
life.
no.
Past life.
You are right.
What if I don't believe in reincarnation? As you told that I have
Then you have to prove.
No.
You have to prove. Say for example, right now, what's your age? It could be 20. Down the line,
Can you
20.
please finish?
Okay,
Let
one
me
of them is
finish.
the one.
So you told that I haven't seen Shah Rukh Khan
Right.
or the USA. That doesn't mean that these things don't exist. But I have seen the pictures.
Pictures, okay?
But I don't have any proofs of my past life.
I have a solid answer. Continue.
Are you done? Are you done?
Let him answer first, sir.
Done for the time being.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The Lord Vishnu had a lot of avatars, right? 10 avatars, not till now 9. 9 avatars. One of the avatars was Baraha avatar, right? One of the avatars was Baraha avatar, where he got the shape of a pig to protect the Mother Earth. And in his scripture, in his not scripture actually, in his idol, it is shown that the shape of the Mother World is round. Now, how many years ago we got this particular message that the Earth, Mother Earth, is round? The Baraha.
After that also, wait.
First you decline the motion.
Okay, listen.
After this one, decline the
After that
Baraha.
also, when Galileo talk about these things, the messenger, the so-called messenger of God and goddesses, means for them, they have to survive, means they have to suffer.
And before that, before
after
Galileo, we
And
have
one
been
more
talking
thing,
about,
one
we
more
have been
thing.
telling this particular word, Google. The world is round, right? Before Galileo, we have been calling this term Google, which means the earth is round before damn Galileo.
That's why
What?
after
Okay,
that,
Chandrima.
You didn't answer my question.
What? Baraha argument now.
This was not my question. My question is, how can I know about my past life or my future life?
Do you remember what you did when you were 6 months old?
No,
You
sir.
don't remember?
No.
So you don't believe in that? And you were once 6 months old
No,
age.
see, I have.
No, you don't remember. You are saying
now
you
I'm
don't
20. Now I'm 20. But once I was 1 year old. Once I was 2 years old. I have the
When you
pictures.
were-
My mom tells the story
Yes.
about my childhood.
So
but
you
my
are
mom.
going by the word of the mouth.
No, I have the pictures as well that I'm playing.
What about your great grandparents? They
I
didn't
have
have any
pictures.
picture.
I
No,
have
they didn't
pictures.
have the pictures of their great grandparents.
Oil paintings are there, Brash. Oil paintings. But that's not that. You are
No, sir,
bypassing. You are
my
bypassing.
grandparents were there.
You are
That's why my
bypassing
parents are here.
simply.
That's why I'm here. But
No,
how
that is
can I-
logical. Logically, it is so.
Yeah.
That means we believe not only always in what we see, but also in what logic proves.
Yeah,
So
exactly. But
God is also proved by logic.
sir, if
Where
I
have you come from? Where have you come from? What you have come from? You have come from something inanimate or something animate?
I have come from my mother's home.
No, from your mother's womb is lump of body is
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Do you
but-
think you are all but a lump of body, lump of flesh only? Do you rate yourself as a lump of flesh only?
No, sir.
Or you just rate yourself as a unit of consciousness?
Exactly.
Unit
yeah.
of consciousness. And your mother surely did not create that consciousness. Your mother created that body.
Yeah.
Alright? So where does that consciousness come from? That unit of consciousness? Where was it 20 years ago? Where will it be 80 years later?
So my question is exactly the same.
No. Logically, you are saying you believe in what logic proves.
Yeah.
So logically, I am showing you that yes, surely you have come from some source,
Yeah.
but you do not know what source you have come from. So we sometimes believe in something that we do not know, because
But-
that is beyond our imagination. You cannot imagine or see that, but logic proves that surely something happened, as a result of which you are there.
That's my point, sir. I haven't seen my grandparents, or they haven't seen their grandparents, but I know somewhere that they exist
How do you know? Logically.
logically. But how?
That is what I am telling you repeatedly, that you have come from a certain source.
Yeah, exactly.
Logically it is so. So what is that source? That source is something beyond your ken.
The source
Beyond
is
your
something
knowledge.
I don't know. Or
Yes.
what happened? I don't. That's my
But-
question. That
but
how
you-
do I know about my past life?
When you have come from this source, you were somewhere surely.
Yeah.
In which form were you? In some form at least.
If you're talking about my soul, when
I'm not talking about soul, I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about Chandrima. I'm talking about you. I'm interested in you, not in Chandrima, not in the
this
body of Chandrima.
Yeah, this body, what my parents has named as Chandrima, and the soul is within me. When I was not in this world, see, the thing is, energy
Where were
cannot
you?
be destroyed.
Energy,
So,
I don't understand. I don't understand those terms. I know only you
Yeah.
and I. This is my experience. Okay?
Well-
So where were you 20 years ago?
When I didn't exist, someone else.
Was there ever a time when you did not exist? Is it then where have you come from? your existence? Because science says nothing is created out of nothing. Out of something, something may be created. So if you regard yourself as something, then you are created out of something. So what is that something?
Sir, I am telling that
You don't
20
know
years-
that. You
Yeah, I
don't know
don't
that
know.
something.
Yeah, true.
But you believe in logic.
Yeah, because
So
that's
logically it is
logical.
so.
That something has happened years back. That's why I'm here today.
Exactly. So why are you saying that I have not seen my previous
But
incarnation,
that's,
therefore I don't
that's
believe?
if I don't believe in my past life, there's no logic that can prove that I was.
This is the logic. You were in some form, and so long as you hold a certain form, you have certain action. You cannot say that there was no action at all. Inaction is no action, isn't it? So action, there must have been some action in whichever form you were. So you will not get the result of that action. There is no cause without effect.
What if, sir, I
So what is the
don't
cause?
know about reincarnation? I don't believe in that.
You don't need to believe. You believe in logic. I don't understand. You believe in logic only. Not necessary to believe in all these words. Forget. Reincarnation, previous birth, forget. You know only about yourself. You. Okay? This is unit. So you cannot say that, sir, I'm only 20 years old. So your body is 20 years old. But you are not 20 years old, of course. You are as old as can be. As you use the word energy, can energy be created?
That's the thing, sir.
Can energy be
No,
created?
no,
Cannot
no,
be created.
no, no.
So it cannot be destroyed also.
No.
So you have no creation, no destruction.
No.
So you are immortal. So if you are immortal, you are talking about the action of your 20 years only. Whereas you have eternity behind you. You are not talking about that. You are saying, I don't believe in that eternity. How illogical.
No, sir. I understand that 20 years back I was there in another form, not maybe as a human being or something else, whatever. But if I don't, if I have to face this situation, this worst situation in my this life, then what God is doing? Then why he didn't stop me when I did wrong?
No.
If he
How
knows
can you hold
everything,
God
he is
responsible for
almighty.
that? You are doing something and you are saying God is responsible. This particular thing I think we discussed when the first
Sir,
Sakti
God is
was.
almighty, that he is the
Yes.
greatest one. He knows everything, he can do and undo everything.
He can
Then
do and undo everything, but he will not undo anything because he loves you. He has given you the absolute freedom, your free will. Now the question is, this is the basic difference between God and your human father.
Yeah.
Your human father will force or impose his wishes upon you. But God will not do that. God will let you do, God will tell you, don't do that. When you are saying that you are going to commit suicide, why isn't God saving you? God is repeatedly telling you, boy, don't do that, girl, don't do that. I love you. You are always my beloved child. But you are not going to listen to God. And you are saying, why isn't God forcing me? God will never force because God is the spontaneous energy.
Sir, let me give another example. If I am talking about myself only, that can be a little thing. Let me give an example with a bigger scale. If
You are all.
No,
You are
sir,
all.
if-
Nothing exists apart from you. You are present in everybody. Don't think of your body. That's the main problem. If I think of my body, I think of the limitation. I think of this much only. But when I go out of this body, I am not thinking in terms of this body, then I find myself in everybody. I find myself, I just feel happy when you tell me, sir, you know, I have scored a high score. I have got a high score in the examination. I am very equally happy as you are. Why? Because I find myself in you. Because I am not limiting myself to this body only. I am not confining myself to this body only. Okay? So you are saying that we are talking about yourself, that's why we are failing to understand. Yourself means everything.
if a flood or another disaster is natural disaster is going on, and what was the term? Global warming,
Yes, yes.
warming or whatever it is.
So you die in that.
Yeah, no. The
Or you
thing
suffer.
is, it's not God's responsibility. This is us human being for what this is happening right now. But if God is watching everything and He knows everything and He knows that this global warming causes are different types of disasters, a lot of people can die.
No.
You
He's-
learn the lesson.
No, it's all right.
You need to learn the
It is
lessons.
all right. So what is the problem there?
So now, if
No, let me hear her.
So now, if he is watching that a part of the whole world is destroying by that natural process, then he'll definitely
He is
try
not
to-
watching. He is not watching from up there. This is the
He
main
knows
problem.
everything.
Because he is in you. He is present in you. So when you are facing something, you are thinking that I am facing this
Yeah,
and God
so
is
if
enjoying
God
it.
is in me-
God is also facing that same problem.
If God is in me,
When
if I
you are
do-
suffering, God is suffering equally.
if God is in me or in any human being, if I'm doing something good, then I'm doing good, I'm good, God is good. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm wrong, God is wrong. Then how can He be the only one good? He is almighty, but He's not good at all.
You are again thinking of the body. Your body
No,
is doing
sir.
something wrong. You are doing something wrong. What do you mean by that? If I am doing something wrong, that means
if-
with these hands you are doing something wrong, or with this mouth you are uttering some foul words. So you are thinking in terms of this body. These two things, if you do not take into consideration, then it is very difficult for you to prove this. One is nama, another rupa. In Sanskrit, these two words are the nama and rupa, name and form. We the human beings cannot imagine anything without these two things. And that is the main problem. That's why we try to confine God also to a particular form. We have given it the name God, okay, or Allah, or Bhagavan, whatever you say. So why we cannot otherwise imagine anything? We have to always think in terms of name and form. And that's why you are saying that if I do something wrong, what wrong will you do?
Then
You
we
cannot
are
do
not
wrong.
doing anything wrong.
You
Our
cannot do
body is
anything wrong.
doing
No, you
everything.
cannot do anything wrong. You cannot do anything wrong. That's it. Because after all, you are playing with yourself.
Sir, if
Atmarati, you understand? Like in the Sanskrit word, Atmarati. That means you are, in ordinary terms, you are getting the pleasure out of yourself. You are playing with yourself. And you are saying that one half of me is playing the role of God and the other half is playing the role of Chandrima. Now, there is a kind
So
of
that-
game going on.
that's
Like
something-
Leela, have you
that's
heard
a
the
different
word?
personality disorder.
God's Leela, have you heard? God's Leela, have you heard?
Sorry, sir?
God's Leela, Leela, divine play.
Yeah.
Divine play. So it is God's divine play. And who is that God? I am that God. I am that God, not this body. You are looking at my body in such a manner that you are God. No, I'm not talking about the body, but I am. This I amness matters. I amness is in you, in her, in everybody. It's I am. These feelings. So I cannot do anything wrong at all.
Okay, sir. Then according to you, if God can't do anything wrong, then we are doing good and we are good. Then
Not
we are
only
not
we.
almighty.
There is no
The
non-duality.
I'm good.
Non-duality, you have to believe in non-duality to understand this logic.
Okay, sir.
Non-duality,
if-
what is the meaning of non-duality?
then
Not
I'm-
two.
Yeah.
Not two. That is Advaita.
Only one.
Advaitavad. Now this dualism and non-dualism. Now if you think of non-duality, you will understand that you alone exist. You alone multiply into different other units. God did that. God wanted to play. Now God had no companion to play with. Then God multiplied himself into different beings and started playing with them.
Sir, I have a question.
Sir,
You have to
the-
ask them rather. To
Yes,
ask
No,
yes,
I
yes.
need to answer.
No, no.
Then you will ask. Let her finish them. Okay, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Do you believe that if there is something positive, there must be something negative? Is what you believe? So tell me one thing. You know, we have this tendency when suppose you have the free will now. Okay, we all are telling about the free will. So suppose you don't have the free will and you have always God is with you. Suppose it's not happening. I'm telling that if suppose that God is with you and God is controlling you completely. Okay. Then suppose something mistake you're making, some mistakes you're making. Okay. Then also you will blame God that God is responsible for that. Then what do you need actually?
If I don't have any free will and I'm a God's puppet, I don't have anything to do alone. If He is controlling me and I do something wrong, then God is doing something wrong.
Okay.
Then if He is wrong, then He is not almighty. He can't be the greatest.
Okay,
Because
okay.
He is
You
doing
are saying
something wrong.
he is not almighty.
Yeah.
He is not the almighty, and
If he is the Almighty, he can't be the only good. And if he is doing everything good, he can't be Almighty.
But suppose he is controlling you, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You don't have the free will.
If he is
Forget
Please
about
talk
free will.
rational. Please talk rational. Please
That's
talk
not-
I
rational.
am talking rational.
Yes.
No, that's
He
not-
is doing
She
everything.
said
If
she
I
is
don't
telling
have
that
free
she
will,
doesn't believe.
and
She has seen the photos of her
if God is controlling me.
So you are believing what they are saying. Your parents.
You told that
So
I don't have
there are
free will.
many
And
incidents
God is-
are taking place where it is clearly can be believed that God is there. God exists.
We are not saying that God doesn't exist.
And obviously,
We
do
obviously
accept
he is
that.
good.
We do
But
accept
he is
it.
saving many people's life who are not. There is no chance
But
of saving their
but,
life.
but he is not saving so many people, those who
Your
are
question is not
afflicted.
clear yet.
That is the
Who-
problem.
You
So
if you can survive
let me-
alone.
I have a question to Mr. Raja.
You
I have a
have the
question.
capacity to survive.
We have a
If I don't need the
have
help of
free will.
God,
If I
why
don't-
should you depend on
If I
someone?
don't have the free will, if
Yes,
God is
that's
controlling
why you are
me,
getting
what
stronger
I
day by day. Now you
I have a question,
If
Mr.
God
Now you
Raja.
can
controls
shout.
you,
Now-
you have the
wait,
problem.
wait. Now you
If
can
God
be- now you
controls
can be-
you, you have
now
the
you
problem.
can
If
be
God
able
doesn't
to
control you, you have the
shout.
problem.
Why you know? Because you have survived by your own. But if you are dependent on someone, this voice would not have.
No, you told
Because
that.
we all know that you are
created the
dependent on
situation.
someone.
You created the situation.
So be
that
proud
I
of them that you are not
You
dependent on someone.
created
You are
it.
making the
I
mistake
don't
and
know
you
that I
are
don't have
surviving
free
by
will.
your own.
I didn't told that I don't have free
It's
will.
not bad
You
thing.
created
Then
the
God is not
situation.
Almighty.
What
I
is
do have a
it?
question,
What
please.
is
Please,
it?
Mr. Child.
You already have.
Yo.
Now relax.
I have
Yeah.
a question. Do you believe in God? As you all are believing in God, and
We
God
are.
is one. God is one.
Yeah.
God is one. And if you the scriptures you do believe that is the words of God, and God says, right? No, I'm just asking, right?
Will it continue?
No, right or wrong?
What?
The scriptures, if you talk about the Bhagavad Gita, or you talk about the Quran, or talk about the Bible, that's the
These are the
God.
incidents.
God didn't say. Minding those incidents, someone has
Let
written.
him question first.
No, he wants the answer.
Without questions.
Yes.
No, he asked
Only
me
one
that
thing is
is
there.
it God's
One side
God's
who is there.
saying?
Yeah, sir.
Then we should not. He is talking about it is written in the Bhagavad Gita. If you talk, he simply talk about the Mahabharata. Okay. So a person who simply who is born on this planet, when he gets to see, when he gets to follow the Bhagavad Gita, it is written something, and if he follows the Quran, it is written something. If those who believe in Islamic religion, if I'm not wrong, there it is allowed a man to get married 4 times. But whereas if you talk about in Hindutva, it's not. So I'm quite bewildered, quite flabbergasted to understand what God exactly wants. Please can you answer?
Sir,
Okay, that's an organized religion you are